see this ball better in its own environment. That's how I like to play bowling balls like that. What's up, guys? BrunsNick's back. It's time to introduce the radical Zig Zag Solid. Now, the Zig Zag Solid has that same asymmetrical core from the original, wrapped with HK22 Solid. I can't wait to see what this does on the lanes for me, with SPECTO running, of course. But before we get to all that, please subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Now, let's see what Zig Zag Solid is all about. All right, it's time to try out the Zig Zag Solid. Now, like I said, original core in this ball, RG 2.50, differential 045, intermediate 015. So Phil talks about that all the time, that ratio from 045, 015, it's 3-to-1. Is that the magic number? It seemed to be for the original. Now we got a much stronger cover with a lot more surface. Comes out 500, 1500 in that HK22 Solid. I got SPECTO running. We're gonna try it out. We're gonna move it in, and we're gonna see what this new monster can do on the lanes. We'll see, I don't know. This is gonna be one of those bowling balls, I think, that the speed dominant crowd, the lower rev crowd, they're gonna like this ball. I don't know if it's gonna be great from all angles, we'll see. Hook monster. Yeah, that surface on there, 500, 1500, that's a surface, you know, it means business. It means for heavier oil, we wanna separate it out from the other balls in the line, especially from the original Zig Zag. That was a shinier ball. And for me, it had quite a bit of skid flip on there. Now for a solid like this, will it still be skid flip? I don't know. I tested this on ThrowBot, and it was pretty smooth and strong overall. How it's gonna work for me, I'm not ThrowBot, so we'll find out. But I'm bowling on Crown Jewel, typical house shot, so 43 feet, 13-to-1 ratio, about 22, 23 units out there. Kind of overkill for a ball like this, tell you the truth. But if you have a little bit lower revs, and your ball speed is high like mine, it could be really good for you. Like that. Come on. Oh, yeah. Connected. Yep, we got messengers on this channel now. That's right. All the time. They don't hit. They go flying in front. That one connected. That was awesome. Obviously, it didn't go through the pins, but if you ever see a messenger go through the pins, you let me know, because I usually have to deflect to leave a messenger. All right, I kind of just forced that one to the pocket, kept it in the oil. Let's try to find the balance between those two shots now. Like that. Hold. Oh my gosh, there is no balance. Let's just throw it hard and hope for the best. That's what it is. All right, I think we can get out of this zone. I think this is probably way too much surface for trying to play this zone. I'm just gonna be fighting it. If I try to get it into the dry just a little bit, it wants to just go. So let's play with a little bit more oil. Let's move it in 5 and see. So we'll be in at 20 now. I think this zone's gonna be fantastic for this ball. I want another messenger before this video is over too, by the way. Not it. Yeah, I sent that out way too far. That had to have been like 2 or 3 board. It used every last bit of energy it had to nick the head pin and at least get me a strike. Do I want to throw it out that far? No. No, I don't. I think that is a telltale sign. Obviously, the surface helped it get back, but this is going to be a ball that uses a lot of energy in the mid and doesn't have a whole lot left going through the pins. It's going to be a ball that you can crush heavy oil patterns with, blend them out, especially when they're fresh, when you got something that you need to kind of early roll it, kind of blend the lane out. Man, just got a little softer with it, kept it in. Thing hooks, man. All right, so A little bit of a challenge for me to get this ball under control. Obviously a ball like this, meant for the heavier oil conditions. It doesn't have a lot of intermediate, I should say, it doesn't have a lot of total flare potential undrilled, but those numbers do change and they do go up quite a bit after drilling, especially with pinup layouts. You know, you get those numbers. I think on my Zig Zag it was like 060 something. So you're gonna get a lot of flare out of this ball, and that intermediate doubles. So you go 060 to like 030. Lot of performance. Maybe. Here we go. Yep. All right. That's all we do on this channel. We figure stuff out. If I get confused about a ball or I struggle early on, because sometimes I do, I usually figure it out pretty quick. Some bowling balls I figure out right away. Some take me a little while. Hey, I'm slow. What do you know? All right, so I think we got that zone kind of figured out. Let's move in another 5. So we'll be on 25. There'll be a 10 board left move. And now we'll see if I could finally let up on that speed a little bit, get around it, and turn this into a regular bowling ball. We'll see. Come on. That was a good roll. Good shot on my part. But as you can notice, when we start opening up angles, you know, and we see this a lot with these dull, solid bowling balls at the high end, is they have the energy to get back to the pins, but they don't really have that driving force through the pins. Because when you use a lot more energy in the mid lane and to create that smoother break point, it just doesn't have that continuation on the back. So it hits the pocket flush, deflects a little bit. Let's throw another shot. Maybe try to get it in a little bit more. Like that. Okay. Just need to ride the oil a little bit longer. So you shut down that launch angle and you create a little bit less overall hook, but you create more power on the back end because you're creating a situation where you're using more oil. So the ball's in the oil longer, doesn't have as much recovery, and it hits a lot harder. So, with that being said, let's keep moving it in. Sound good? Sounds good. All right, so we were on 25. We're gonna be on 30 now, 15 left with the Zig Zag Solid. Come on, ball, do it. Oh, yeah. Wow, that thing read hard. 4-pin, that's okay, almost 410 even, but it has signs of life. Moving in, I mean, it's still pretty smooth, but it did read. I did see it read and pick up, so I was excited to see that. How it went through, it kind of overkill a little bit. It was really strong at that spot, 4-pin. So the ball's still plenty early. Let's try it again. I'm afraid that if I send it out wide, I'm going to probably do it anyway because I have no control over my faculties sometimes. To see what it does. It's out wide. I'm going to tell you what. And a lot of the times when I've shot huge series, huge games, is because I had the light mixer working for me. That is such an underrated hit because you're not that far off from leaving like a 210. You miss out a little bit too far wide, 2-pin, 210, you know, obviously bad splits. But when you can get that light mixer hit to carry consistently, I guarantee your scores are gonna go way up. Just fact of life. Ask Phil, he's got that senior carry all day. It's Phil right there. Ha, no likeness rights, Phil, sorry. All right, let's throw one more there. 4-pin, light mixer. Let's see if I can at least pocket one here. What do you say? All right. It is what it is. You know, from straighter angles, bowling balls like this do better. They're able to maintain their axis rotation, I think, a little better. And really, when they roll a little more forward from out angles, when you're playing straighter angles, it's in turn a better entry angle to the pocket. So the impact angle is more conducive to carry. When you start going away from the pocket, that angle is just not enough. All right, let's move it in. Let's go 35, 20 left. Let's see if maybe I can slow hook it, slow wheel this thing. It's in the oil. Oh man, if that would have carried, I would have been very impressed. Got that in. I think if I just floated out a board or two more to the right, maybe get my target closer to like 6, I think we're gonna get that 10 out. We're gonna split the 8-9 just fine. Yeah, I mean, look at this track flare. Can we see that? Let me get a little closer. Look at that. That was the right idea. I just need to get it a little bit more to the right. That's it. That's it. Wow. Wow. Okay. So it does have some life on the back end. If you can manipulate the hand at the bottom, just get around the side of it more, find some oil. The ball does maintain its axis rotation pretty well. 9-pin? Hate to see it. Let's try one more. I gotta strike once, right? That's a strike. Yeah. Yep. It can be done. It does okay from in. Would I recommend playing there? No, probably not. I think this is your kind of typical strong asymmetrical solid, better from straighter angles. So we're gonna move it. We're gonna go back. Let's go back to the 20 board. So that's that 5 board move left and play them a little straighter and finish out this video with a bang. See this ball better in its own environment. That's how I like to play bowling balls like that. So much easier to strike and get that hitting power and really see the ball shine. So that's all for the Zig Zag Solid from Radical HK22, new addition to that great core. So if this video helped you, if you got this ball, you purchased it on your own, let me know in the comments. And please subscribe, helps out the channel a ton. Talk to you guys soon on another video. See you guys later.